Welcome back to our second main event of this episode, and that's going to be another edition of Call the Spot on the Card. And if you are unfamiliar with what that segment is, essentially it's kind of the wrestling equivalent of Marry, Fuck, Kill, although we've got 5 different options. And out of the 5 wrestlers that we've got in the list, you have to sort them out. You have to place them in at least one of the categories: main event, upper mid-card, jobber, or released. Nobody can double up on a category and just ignore one. Nobody can be replaced with somebody else. You have to pick no matter how difficult it is. And what we're going to do for this edition is a double part of that for the two people, or the two teams, I should say, that were on Survivor Series, Team Authority and Team Cena. So Team Authority, let's do that one first. That was Kane, Luke Harper, Mark Henry, Rusev, and Seth Rollins. Let's start from the bottom and go around released. Who would you release out of this list? Go.
I would release Mark Henry. He is old. He's washed up. There's no point in turning him heel, turning him face, turning him whatever, because you've done it that many times that it's irrelevant. And he can't have a good match. Well, he can, but it's like fucking once in a blue moon, so you better just get rid of him out of the guys that's there.
Miguel, who would you release?
This is going to surprise you, but I'm going to go Kane. I think the Kane
so you're giving it the
You're doing the
stigma.
opposite deliberately.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing the opposite deliberately.
The joke is still gonna be there regardless.
I don't know, guys. I don't think Kane's got a job.
No, I've got some, because it was either going to be Kane or Mark Henry, but I went with Kane because I think his character has gone as far as it can go. I mean, they've literally done everything they can with that character, and he's changed from face to heel so much that there really is nothing to him. At least the one up I'll give to Mark Henry is that he is a believable big man heel. Like his anger, his fire when he was doing the whole Hall of Pain thing, it got him over huge, and I think you can still tap into that. So I think there's more of an upside for Mark Henry than I see with Kane. I think Kane is just kind of riding this wave of reliability with the fans, but I would just get rid of him, honestly, if you gave me the choice.
Drew?
I will go with Mark Henry for the same reasons that Wago said, but I'm also going to add that he gets injured every fucking 2 minutes, so why have him around if he's going to just be off half the year anyways?
That's a good point. Peyton, who gets the release from you?
Somebody's gonna get a pink slip. Somebody's gonna get a severance.
God, you're awesome. Good for you.
I'm going to go with Rusev.
Yeah, because
you
you're a
would.
fucking hater. Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
No, guys. I don't think Rusev is that good.
I don't think he's really that good. I think that he's going to really flounder out when he loses, and then it's going to have been a waste of a year. But we already broke that all down, so I don't need to repeat myself.
It wouldn't be a waste of a year. It provided storylines for a year.
That's true. That's a more optimistic point of view. Credit to you on that one, Drew.
Well, thank you.
So Jobber is the next step up. Somebody who's not actually fired from the company, but they might as well be, or they might want to quit because of how much it sucks. Wago, who is your jobber?
It is Kane, pretty much for the same reasons that I said with Mark Henry. The only difference is Kane has more star power, and at least he can put some guys over with it.
Drew?
When you're talking about people who just hate their job and will quit, I would go with Kane because the idea of him just being a bitch now and just like getting mustard squirted in my face does not sound appealing.
Miguel?
I'm going to go with Mark Henry just because since I released Kane, I guess he's the de facto second from the bottom, so I'm just going to put Mark Henry there.
And Peyton?
That would be Seth Rollins, because he's a vanilla midget.
Oh, thank you, Kevin Nash.
You know, do you think he'll ever get rid of that blonde streak in his hair?
Why would he?
Who you mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, which one, Peyton or Rollins?
Both.
On that note, Payton, get rid of it.
At some point, Seth Rollins is going to have to grow up and get rid of it. As far as me, it looks awesome.
I actually thought he was going to go at some point, yeah, I'll probably get rid of it. I was disappointed.
I'm actually thinking of dyeing mine a color. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below.
Pink.
I've actually considered purple.
I was actually going to mention purple.
I say you should go with salmon.
I think that you should go with like
Salmon.
mood hair, where it changes depending on your mood.
I
about
wish they
burgundy?
existed.
I'd go with burgundy because that's like the first shade. If anyone's like, yeah, I want a red, but not like red. I want burgundy.
I'm gonna go with. I think I might switch up what I have on the website now that I'm thinking.
Oh, I
about
thought you were
it.
talking about the color.
I had Luke Harper at first, but the more that I'm thinking about it, I think I might job Mark Henry a little bit more. I'll rethink about that later. I might switch what's on the website now and do that. But mid card is the next step up. Wago, who's your mid carder?
My mid-carder is Luke Harper. I don't know how good this guy is. I don't know how bad he is. I've only seen him in tag action for the good majority of it, and when he's been in singles action, because it was a throwaway match, I've not really invested much time. So it gives him a chance to sink or swim. See how he does.
That was kind of my mentality for putting him as the jobber. Was he doesn't really have much character yet. I like what he's doing in the ring though.
Here's my issue with putting him in a
Neither is
jobber
Mark
role.
Henry.
Here's my issue with putting him in a jobber role, though. If he's in a jobber role, he's got no chance to shine and develop.
Yeah, see, that's why it's making me second guess that. So I think I might switch those two around. Which, by the way, I had Mark Henry as my mid carder, so that's why I would switch them around. Drew, who is your jobber?
I was gonna say Luke Harper for the exact same reason that Wago said, because we don't know much about him yet, and in the mid card role we can see what it is, but I don't see him becoming much other than a mid card, because I have no idea if he can speak on the mic. I don't know like anything else he could do, but I don't think Luke Harper, like his gimmick now, won't get over for a few years. It'll work now, but not for long.
Go.
I put him as my mid carder because I think that Luke Harper. Because
him as well. Him is pretty good as well in the mid card.
Yeah, he did really well in the Powerpuff Girls.
I get it.
I got it. But yeah,
oh, you did?
I don't get it.
Kane's got something. A
Guys,
shot.
come on, Kane's got a shot. Come on,
Jesus got a lunchbox. This is the bullet points we were hitting on this episode. So you're going with Luke Harper as your mid carder?
You sure you don't want to throw the Eliminator in there since we're going through all of our old bits?
It's the greatest hits. It's like when Jericho turned babyface after doing the globious parasite phase. He just did a rundown of all his catchphrases.
Did we ever figure out what the Eliminator's got?
Yeah, is it lunch?
Well done. Well fucking done.
All right.
This is like a speed round of recurring jokes.
There's this one guy that's just listening for the first time. He's like, "The fuck are these retards on about?"
Yeah. Is it Jeff or not Jeff?
Why are they saying the mid carder's going to be a potato? What the fuck's happening?
That joke we had the other day about the retards.
Which one? It's probably a bunch of them.
Did we come up with like a fun nickname?
Was it Gabby?
Oh my god.
What's sad is
Hamburger potatoes.
I can think of like 5 different things. The turtle picture of the Ermagerd and mashed potatoes. I can think of Reptard.
Reptard. That was...
We're terrible enough people that it's like, what joke about retards from the other day?
Yeah, this is the jokes that we're willing to share. So imagine the shit we do behind doors.
One day we're gonna do a behind the scenes recording. We have to.
That'll be the all talk show.
That'll be the Where's Our Listeners Gone show.
But yeah, I put Luke Harper as my mid card guy because I see from a worker standpoint, I think the guy's got a great chemistry going on. He puts on some solid matches, at least some of the singles matches I've seen. But that gimmick is not going to get him far. I mean, I could see him as being a guy that you just put in there to fill a spot, but unless they change his gimmick up a bit, I don't see him going farther than mid-card.
And Peyton, who's your mid-carder?
Well, for the way I book things, I think Kane's got a spot, and it's in the mid-card.
Okay.
I think he's a guy like him. He's got a lot of talent. He's a safe guy to put out there. Still got a lot of name recognition. So I think he's a good person to have there, just to go out there, work with the up-and-comers. He doesn't have to win matches. He can go between being a babyface and heel, just like he is now. Good role for Mr. Glenn Jacobs.
Mr. Glenn.
Mr. Glenn.
Go ahead, Mr. Glenn. What about the doctor?
What
about the dentist?
That was like a doctor.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Glenn.
Technically, a dentist is a doctor. So.
Upper mid-carders, the guy who's not quite in the main event, not quite down far enough to be a mid-carder. Who is yours, Swego?
As much as I'm not a fan, and I think the bubble is going to pop as soon as he loses, it's going to Rusev. That's because right now, and that's what's important, right now, he is over. If you want to keep him strong and have him job out to someone later, that's perfectly fine. But right now, keep him in that role and keep building him.
Drew?
I'm going to go with Seth Rollins. He had proved himself at the ring and on the mic this past year. He's not quite at the top level yet, but he's getting there. And he's consistently been one of the best, most entertaining people since his debut with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wow, it's almost as if that's my opinion on the website.
You have a website?
Are you actually going with Rollins?
Yeah, so I said
Wouldn't
it.
it be great if that was actually his opinion and it was word for
It just
word?
happened to be the exact same wording. Or there's like one word difference.
I was going to say Seth Rollins, and I was like, I was going to say this, and this, and then I'm on the website. I was like, oh, that's pretty close to what I think. I'll just say that.
So everybody knows who I'm picking for my mid-carder, upper mid-carder. I mean,
No, you can switch it around. Like you switched Mark Henry and Luke Harper. Come on, let's get a shot.
Let's give it to Rusev then.
The Patriot.
Who's your upper mid-carder, Miguel?
I'm gonna go with Rusev for the same reason that Wago said. They've invested way too much effort into him to get him over, and like I said, the only reason I wouldn't put him in the main event is he's got to lose eventually, and as soon as he does, who's to say if he's gonna be able to keep up that momentum? But for now, I'm gonna put him in my upper mid card.
And Peyton, round us out. Who is your upper mid-carder?
My upper mid-carder would be Luke Harper. I think this guy is a big talent. He is a large fellow who can move around the ring like a cruiserweight, which is a very, very big deal. This guy kind of reminds me of like a modern mix of Bruiser Brody and The Undertaker. Not so much in his character, but in the way he can wrestle and move around the ring. I mean, I could see him being the tall guy to take over doing the plancha over the top rope from The Undertaker. I could totally see Luke Harper pulling that move off. But I see a bright future for the guy, and I think he would be an excellent upper mid-carder.
And our main event out of all those, Wago?
Seth Rollins. He's a main eventer already. Keep doing what you're doing.
Drew?
I'm going to go with Rusev because I think he's going to be a big deal in the next upcoming years, and we'll see what happens then. But yeah, I'm going to go with him as my main eventer.
Miguel?
Seth Rollins, kind of for the same reason I picked Rusev to be my number 2, except in the case of Seth Rollins, if and when he does make it to the main event and loses, there's always a chance he could rebuild from there. With Rusev, that I can't say that's going to be the case, so Seth Rollins for my main event.
And Peyton, who's your main eventer?
Listen to me clearly. Invest in potatoes. Okay? Rusev, he is a very big deal. Don't listen to the naysayers, okay? This guy is going to be a key player in the next 5 years, all right? Everyone's talking about the Roman Reigns and the Dean Ambroses and the Bray Wyatt. Well, there's one very important name they're leaving out of that, and that is the Rusevs. All right, Rusev is going to be there in 5 years, continuing as part of that main event scene. And you can take that one to the bank.
Or the potato farm.
Now, if you are equating Luke Harper to The Undertaker, who would you say is the Rusev equivalent? Somebody from the past that he'll end up like taking their spot.
Iron Sheik.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad comparison.
You really think that's going to have that much heat with the Russian stuff?
Oh, yes,
all that long?
Absolutely.
If Russia keeps doing what they're doing, yeah.
Fair enough.
For all of the hype people give the Iron Sheik, I mean,
He even does the same move. I didn't even think of that.
yeah. Something that's always bothered me, like, for all the hype people give the Iron Sheik for the fact that he won the belt from
Backlund.
That big guy, that was a big deal.
Bob Backlund.
It's the,
No, he won it from Bob Backlund, and then he was beaten by Hogan for it. What did he really do after that? Like, he kind of disappeared after that, if I'm not mistaken.
He teamed with Nikolai Volkov.
Beat him.
It was awesome.
He had the funniest shoot interview of all time. Became a Twitter
He has a good
icon.
Twitter account.
He was the manager of the Sultan.
He kicked Raisin Ball's ass.
So yeah, there's a list of stuff.
Fair enough.
So that brings us to Team Cena. Big Show, Dolph Ziggler, Erick Rowan, John Cena, and Ryback. I'm releasing Erick Rowan because I haven't seen anything particularly good enough from what he's been doing lately to make me think he should be any higher compared to the other people on the list. Although I am kind of surprised with what he's been doing. He's been doing pretty good compared to before. Wago, who's released?
Erick Rowan. Ugly, boring, smelly.
No, you're just saying
You don't know
that
that
Luke Harper
last one.
has that big stain on his t-shirt.
Okay, hang on.
I feel like Harper would be the sneaky one of the two.
Hang on. So, are you saying you'd sniff Erick Rowan and expect him to smell clean?
I wouldn't.
You know what, man?
If you use no.
That's just his wrestling outfit, all right? You know, Vince McMahon expects all wrestlers to wear a suit when they're not in their ring gear. Can you imagine him walking around in a suit? I'm sure he smells
Well,
very
actually,
happy.
he's a genius now, so he has to wear a suit.
No,
But-
he's a
but, like-
genius. He wouldn't smell smart one. Yeah.
Is that going
Uh,
to be like his John Cena t-shirt instead of hustle, loyalty, respect? It's going to be ugly, smelly, whatever he is.
Ugly, boring, smelly. Okay, so like this is the gimmick that I want for him. Do you know how in every when anyone would say Meg, Peter would go when anyone ever says Rowan, everyone just goes
Isn't he on your team? And don't you keep defending how he's going to be the better of the Wyatts?
doesn't mean I like him.
It's going to be the better of the Wyatts, but I'm going to release him. Yeah. All right, Drew, who's getting released?
Big Show, because I hate the Big Show. He's pointless at this point, and they need to fucking get rid of him because I'm tired of seeing him. He's the one guy out of this whole company that I don't want to deal with anymore.
The one guy out of the whole company?
The one guy.
Whole company.
Wow.
You heard it here.
I
The
hate
whole thing.
Oh, watch out, he's
the
going to pull his gun out on you.
Well, I'm not too worried about Big Show's gun because he doesn't have a house, so... If he doesn't have a house, he most likely doesn't have a car, so...
Miguel, who is getting released from Team Cena?
Erick Rowan. I think he's just an all-around terrible worker in the ring. I mean, based on the stuff I've seen with his tag team work, I just have never, ever been impressed with the guy.
And Peyton?
Dolph Ziggler.
He's got a nice
I
crop.
knew you were going to say Ziggler.
Yeah.
This guy has had more than enough opportunities. He's given his time. He's not going anywhere further. He's not worth keeping around. Just let him go.
I knew you were going to. That was
If
the only
you
one I
could-
knew you were going to
yeah.
end up picking was going to be releasing Dolph Ziggler.
Mhm.
All the rest, I'm not sure where Peyton's going to go with here, but I knew that was going to be your pick.
Yeah.
I think Dolph's made my released or jobber list once before.
I think maybe like Elimination Chamber or something.
Yeah, I think I've got more motivation about him now.
Yeah, you're just being suckered into the one of 50 fucking start and stop pushes they've given him.
You know what? I'm
Yeah, except
fine.
this is the biggest
long
one
as
that they've
I-
given him so far.
As long as I enjoy it, I'm okay with it.
This is the biggest one, aside from when they gave him the world title.
I don't know. Last
Twice.
time I checked, last time I checked, and I let me make sure. I believe he eliminated 3 people technically and won the Survivor Series thing all by himself. Now I don't know if Cena's done.
Wait,
it.
wait.
He had to help a guy by the name
Yeah.
of Sting.
I will put this. I actually think
Oh,
that
my bad.
Survivor Series match did more for him than any world title did,
Yeah,
and that just
it
shows
did.
how fucking meaningless that belt is.
That's fair.
Well, you know, the whole thing surrounding the world title at the time was Del Rio. Jack Swagger.
Jack
So.
Swagger.
Upper, no, not upper mid card. Yeah, I'm jumping. Hell,
Fuck
yeah.
me, Tony.
Jesus. Jobber is our next one. Lego, who's your jobber?
Just copy and paste what I did for Mark Henry and Kane and paste it on the Big Show, and you got yourself a jobber here.
Can't disagree. Drew?
Erick Rowan, just because, yeah.
Wait, who was your release?
Big Show
Big
was
Show.
his.
A Big Show. All right, okay.
Actually, no, it's the big movie now.
It's a big house that he doesn't have.
I don't know. The big movie's gone, or the big house gone, or just go the fuck away, Big Show.
Who is your jobber, Miguel?
Big Show. I think the guy's got enough name recognition to where if somebody beats him, it'll mean something.
Somebody's got a bag.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Finish.
Sorry, I
finish.
thought I had my mic muted. That was my bag of weed. My bad, guys.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm just having my sink on, just doing some dishes.
You sure you're not hitting a bug?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
you going out to
continue.
the local McDonald's?
No, I got a sink next to me.
So what were you saying, Miguel?
But yeah,
Oh, my bad, guys. Just doing some dishes here. It's, my bad. Sorry, I forgot we're doing a podcast. Whoops.
That was actually well played.
Unprofessional. I don't know why I would do such a thing.
The next thing you know, you're gonna flush a toilet or something.
hey, at least I keep my mic muted when I do stuff like that.
You didn't know. You did. Okay.
What? When I go to the restroom, I mute my microphone.
Well, congratulations. You don't do it with your fucking sink.
Well, because I'm talking while I'm doing that, though.
You weren't talking that one time.
Tony's tried to rope this thing in like 4 times now.
Anyway, yeah, Big Show, jobber.
Come on, guys. Kid's got a shot.
Big Show's the jobber.
Yeah, I'm making Big Show my jobber.
And Peyton, who is your jobber?
Fucking hell.
Erick Rowan.
Oh my God. Is that all you got?
What more do I need to say?
I'm a little surprised there. I thought that you were gonna go with Ryback.
Why? Because you did?
Talking about Peyton likes Ryback.
I thought that he'd end up doing that and just say that, like, he didn't prove himself and stuff. I don't know. Win one, lose one. So, Wago, Mid-Carter, who is your...
What about... Wait. Did you say yours?
Yes.
Oh, Ryback. For the reasons that I thought that Peyton was going to end up saying it, basically. That if he is a liability, then I probably would end up putting him in that spot instead of the other guys. There's a chance that Ryback could get injured. There's a chance that he could injure somebody else. There's a chance that WWE just does not want to push him. And if they don't want to push him, then you might as well make him a jobber instead of trying to, dangle the carrot and putting him in that mid-card, upper mid-card spot.
He's a donkey now?
Yeah, sure.
Ah, the big donkey.
The big donkey, the big ass.
Yeah, the jackass.
So, Wago, you're mid-carder.
The dumb fuck.
What?
Ryback.
Ryback. Everyone knows he's a dumb fuck.
What are you talking about? He's, like, super intelligent.
He's a dumb fuck. CM Punk said so he's a dumb fuck. Yeah, I like his character, but I don't want to see him in the main event just because he's not going to bring those main event level matches. And yeah, there's better people for that roles.
Kind of like a career test.
Somewhat, it's more so given the options that I have right now. There's just people I'd put ahead of him.
Drew, who's your mid-carder?
Okay.
Mid-carder.
At the big got it. Well, first off, anyways, first off, do not edit this part. Second off, I'm gonna go with John Cena because he's had his time in the spotlight. I think it's time for him to move down the card a bit. So mid card.
Why would I edit that?
No, just don't edit anything about this part.
Tony, you better edit like a fucking sound effect in there.
Yeah, no.
Don't edit this part. It'll just cut the silence.
No,
You
don't cut anything.
You awkwardly cut it so that it sounds like he's saying Dolph Ziggler instead, but it sounds off. It's like, I'm gonna vote for Dolph Ziggler because I think that Dolph Ziggler could be the
Lieutenant
the guy.
Steve Grabowski.
Yeah.
Even worse, it's just like, don't edit this part. And I'm like, sorry guys, I had to edit this because Drew just made this horribly racist statement. He's not going to be on Smack Talk anymore because this was just, we're pretty bad people, but that was really bad.
He's been
last
fined.
week was pretty bad.
He's been fined $300,000.
I was going to fine him $650,000, but he came up with the offer of $250, and I decided to do with that instead. Miguel, who is your mid-carder?
Pick the Patriot.
He wasn't mid-carder.
Come on, guys. Come on. It's a big show.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yeah, Miguel.
Hang on. Let me. Oh man, do you need me to turn the sync on so you can do this?
No. I was waiting for you to just get it out of your system before I
Hey, what's
started.
up? Not much.
What the fuck? So you're getting the Patriot, right?
Okay.
Miguel?
Yes, it's your turn, Miguel.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I didn't want to step over Drew's toes. But yeah, I'm going to go with Ryback. I think there's something to Ryback, but it seems like they're afraid to really go whole hog with him. I think he's the kind of guy that you could probably put there to fill a spot if you need to, and maybe even put a U.S. or an Intercontinental title onto. But at this point, I don't see them doing much with him. But I wouldn't job him out either, because, I mean, he's got a good enough look, so I'll have him be my mid-card then.
I have shoes on, by the way, Miguel, so you wouldn't be stepping on my toes, you'd be stepping on my shoes.
Also, he said step over your toes, so wouldn't he want to do that? Like, so he doesn't step on them? I don't know.
No, we don't know. We don't know what these damn Mexicans do.
After the fucking...
Yeah, after the thing about the racist
Yeah.
comment that I'd have to edit out.
Oh, my bad. Puerto Rican. Sorry, Miguel.
Yeah, don't edit this, guys, but screw the Mexicans.
Well, the funny thing is, I'm not going to edit either part, so now people are going to see that Drew's making that kind of a statement. Yeah, you're not going to get that vote for the best host of the
Don't worry,
year.
I don't care.
I won't show anyone you know except your girlfriend.
Peyton, who is your mid-carder from Team Cena?
That would be the Big Show. Same thing as Kane, a guy who has lots of experience and lots he could still offer.
The Big Show is my mid-carder as well, for pretty much the same reasons. Upper mid-card, Wago.
Do you think the Big Show got mad when Ryback started going, the big guy?
No,
Nope.
because why would he?
Because it's the Big Show and he has a gun.
Right.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Well, thanks for interrupting me.
You're welcome. Well, yeah, I wasn't interrupting you. Yeah, so, continue. Go.
Thank you, shitstain. Dolph Ziggler. Great in ring. Right now he's over. Deserves the opportunity. He's deserved every opportunity he's got. Stop with the start and stop pushes. Give him one.
Same reasons why I'm going with him for my upper mid-carder. Drew?
I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler for the same reasons you guys stated.
Miguel?
Dolph Ziggler, solid enough worker. He's the kind of guy you put against the guy that you want to be the main event. You know, he's like a Shawn Michaels almost, or what are some more, or like a Mr. Perfect, you know.
And Peyton?
Upper mid-card would be Ryback. The guy is just in such an awesome phase right now. He's at this point where I wouldn't put any titles on him. I wouldn't put a mid-card title, and I wouldn't put a main event title. I would just have him plowing through guys of all levels. Have him squash the low-level guys and have him go out there and have competitive matches, but still dominate the higher-level guys.
And let's go in reverse here. Why not? Who's your main eventer, Peyton? John Cena?
Well, that would leave John Cena. The man, the franchise player.
I think, actually, pretty much everybody's got John Cena, right?
No,
Yeah.
Drew put him in the
Nope.
mid-card.
You did, Drew?
Yeah.
Man, I don't remember that. What's your last person left then?
The big guy. Ryback. Because he is a 5-time, he deserves to be a 6-time WWE champion. All right? Come on, it's a big guy. What are you going to do?
And everybody else going with Cena?
Yep, pretty much for the damn reason that no one can convince me of putting any of his team members above him. So,
Yeah.
But come on, the big guy. Come on, he has a shot.
sure, that joke is dead now. We killed it in one
Yeah.
episode.
What
I'm
episode?
surprised that this hasn't become a meme where it's just my picture and just like a random person, and at the bottom it says he's got a shot.
Everybody's
No,
just
no,
been
no,
too
no. We're
busy
gonna take
photoshopping
your
you in other
profile
ways.
picture on. No, it's your profile picture on Facebook with your thumbs up. That's what it's gonna be.
You mean
Like, come on.
how they Photoshop him the black way, Tony?
Or with the chicken.
Remember the black one?
Yeah, with the KFC. Terrible, terrible people we are.
Yeah, Peyton did it.
That's pretty fun.
So, tell us your lists in the comments below. Who would you rank in the different ways for both Team Cena and Team Authority, and your rationalities for why you would do that. We've got one more thing that we need to do for this episode, and that's Fantasy League. So, click on that next video. You know the score by now. Blah, 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 blah. We will see you in a minute.